Yama is old school RuneScape's latest duo focus boss, and in this video I'll take you through a melee focus method to defeat him. I recommend watching my previous guide first, as this will help explain some of the basic fight mechanics. At the start of the fight, pot up, cast Mark of Darkness, Ward of Osrs and summon a Thrall. Dump your defense reducing attacks, then move to the opposite sides of the boss, as Yama will choose one target to focus on, so have one player stood at the back to avoid his frontal cleave. Yama has a defense reduction cap at around 145 defense, so you really only need to land one Elder Maul spec, which will take his defense down to 146. As the tank, you will want to keep Protect from melee up unless there is a fire, magic, or ranged shadow attack, at which point you will need to flick to protect from that style just as the animation touches the ground, after which you will switch back to melee prey. As normal, you will need to jump over each stone and dodge the fire waves and make your way to killing the Judge of Yama. It's always a good idea to cast Death Charge in the transition phases to regen spec, as you will want to save up your spec energy as you move through the phases. What we have found is that it's generally preferable for the tank to ensure their own safety, so it's up to the tank to ensure that they move over to each glyph rather than the off DPS having to move to a glyph and lose DPS uptime. The tank should ideally be placing themselves within 2 or 3 tiles from the glyph to minimise the chance of taking damage from his abilities due to a poor reaction time. Before each transition phase, you can get DPS checked with the Void Spheres. However, if you are at either 70 or 35%, it is generally best to push through the last 5% and focus on Yama for a quicker kill time. A good tip to find out which range or magic auto attack to pray from is that it is always the same as the ability which is just being cast, or another way, opposite to the ability about to be cast. So if the previous ability was a Fire Elemental Strike or Infernal Rockfall, you can keep Protect from magic on, as this is a fire themed attack until the Shadow Waves or Stomp is used, which you then have to switch to Protect from the range auto attacks. As you move into the final phase, recast Ward of Osrs if needed. Top up your HP, prayer, then summon a Thrall as you return to Yama. Yama will focus on the target which is closest to him and on his western side, so in this case, Gaz is tanking and I'm free to DPS. In both cases, you should look to stand on the tiles as we are now, as this will make Flame Wall dodging significantly easier throughout the final phase. On the same tick as the Flame Wall reaches the marked tile south of you, move over to dodge the Flame Wall. As long as Mark of Darkness is active, you only need a 3-way Purging Staff, Occult and Tormented Bracelet switch to one-shot each of the Void Flares that spawns. Be sure to use the Purging Staff special attack, which returns 25 special attack energy and allows you to attack faster on the next hit to maximise your DPS during this phase. If a Yama only has 150 to 200 health remaining and you both have full special attack energy, dump your Void Waker or Claw specs to finish him off. I hope this guide helps. Feel free to ask any questions below and I'll be happy to help. But for now, peace out and I'll see you in the next one.